not on.
Oh,
Now we're on. We're live early. We're 1 minute early. We're live. Hell yeah.
probably how old are these muffins?
Way old, baby. Way old. Play us again. Wait on the head bob.
Oh, yeah.
Get the head bob. We are live. Wrestling with Rip Rogers on YouTube. Once this thing's over, do it right now. Go like, hit the like button right now if you're on here. Like, smash, subscribe, all that good stuff. Just keep playing this song. We are ready to rock and roll. It is January 13th, Friday.
Friday the 13th.
Rip. Friday the 13th. Everybody hear me out there in TV land, all right. Is anybody on here? Is this thing on?
It's Friday the 13th. That's
This
all
thing
that
on.
matters.
Hey, look who's in the house. Big Al Robinson.
Big
baby.
Al's here. He says gentleman, and he said he uses that term loosely.
Big Al. What's up, Big Al?
I wonder if Big Al wants a little bite muffin that you're giving to me. All the top stars.
I highly doubt
The
it.
name's rolling in and in and in and in and in and in and in. Because that happens when you put out that we're going live at 11 o'clock. But we usually do live at 12 o'clock.
Every Friday at
and
12.
we do it every Friday at 12. But then today we did it at 11 because you got some, is it pertinent information you got to do, or you're someplace you got to go, or you got a date with some hot broad
Somewhere. Well, I'm married,
on,
Rip.
on the kayfabe? Oh, okay.
Married.
They can hear me when I
We
say
got
that.
well, also last week, which you don't remember, obviously,
Right.
you told me you had something to do today. So that's why I texted you last night saying, hey, what time do you need to leave? And you're like, oh, I don't. I'm
No,
not
you
doing
got
anything."
you got
Yeah.
boys not out. You're leaving.
That's true. But you also told me you were going to like Berea, Kentucky or somewhere.
Yeah, but that was I got. Imagine that I got discombobulated with
Discombobulated.
my cerebellum, cerebellum, and my medulla oblongata, as Jimmy Valiant would say, my medulla oblongata.
So we're here live for some Q&A. We need some people in here to get some questions going. I know we're an hour early because every Friday we go at noon, except for most Fridays we don't, and some Thursdays we go at night. Put out a poll. People want to do Thursday, Rip, but we don't have any guests. I'd like to get on here another Thursday night with a guest. We need a guest, man.
We could get some hot girls you could line up.
Perfect. Get them on here.
Well, you got to line them up. You're the
You're the
Wait a
hustler,
minute.
Rip Rogers.
Hey,
Look
wait
what
a
this
minute.
show's called.
Who's 6'6",
Look what this show-
239 pounds?
Look what this show's called.
You're a big man compared to, Eric Jimenez was 290, but now he's 284 pounds.
Once I changed the name from Lila Studios to Wrestling with Rip Rogers, you've got to do something. And that something is, besides show up, to get a guest on here.
Eat muffins?
Well, you do a great job of that. Muffins and coffee and
Mm-hmm.
Coke and whatever else. Big Al, you got a question, baby. You're in the chat. You got a question. If I got a question, we got 5 people, it looks like, watching Rip. We are on fire today. Never had this many viewers at once. We got no questions. This is going to be a great replay on YouTube. Everybody's going to sit here and watch us eat muffins. Be the greatest replay of a live Q&A we've ever had.
Well, when we was talking on the phone the other day, this was off the air. Hey, shit! Whoa, moly, holy moly! About the Weasel was talking about his Weasel cast. He hadn't quite got the intro music out, and he's in contract negotiations to get some certain guests on there. But right now, nobody really knows who they are, because until it's absolutely confirmed, the Weasel's not going to put it out there. Holy, it's
on Facebook.
No,
Oh,
it's
look
on
who-
Facebook.
Oh, I thought it was Becky Hill. Hey, I got some inside information here, Rip.
Oh,
I got in touch with Manny the Weasel Valverde, asking him when this big podcast, the Weasel Cast, is coming
Mhm.
out. He's got to do some physical therapy. He got like a bunch of excuses. Medora Pro Basketball League. I'm sure that's a hot item. Waiting on that to get over.
Midore.
A lot of things going on, but he promises that it's coming soon.
Who, the Weasel?
Yeah, 5-6 weeks, something like that.
5, 6. Well, I thought he had a bad knee.
Well, he does 5-6 weeks.
He was
Be
bitching,
coming soon.
bitching, complaining, and then something with his car wasn't working right, and he had a fat girl in there, and he couldn't get her in.
Maybe we
She
got
was
somebody
so
calling you a
big.
Mark on here, Rip.
Hey guys, hey Mark. No, she's calling me Mark because that's my real
Becky
name.
Hill.
Yeah, it's be like saying,
Yeah, I think she's calling you a Mark.
no.
You know Becky Hill?
Yes. Went to school with her.
Oh, nice. Got
Mhm.
fans all over the world.
Well,
Big
yeah.
Al Robinson says, "Hey Becky, how's it going? You got any questions for the hustler Mark Rogers?" Big Al Robinson says, "What was it? What was it time for you leaving a territory? Would you go pick somewhere else you wanted to go, or would you wait for a call from someone?" So basically, how'd you go from territory to territory? Did you already have it pre-set up? Or?
Well, let me see. Like when I went on the road again, and I went to Pensacola, and then Ronnie Garvin got me booked in with Watts because Watts didn't know me. You'd have a guy that had been there before, a new guy. He could get you in there. And then when I left Watts, I went to work for Fuller, and Jerry Stubbs had come from there, so he recommended me to Fuller, so I went there. And then when I was working for Ole Anderson, Ron Fuller, I was there 11 months in Pensacola, and then I went to work for Ole Anderson in Georgia. But Bob Armstrong liked what I did in the ring, so he called Ole. So Ole actually called me and said, "Hey, can you come in and work for me in Atlanta?" So I did that and was with Ole for 8 months, and then Wahoo called me. He says, "I heard you're finishing up in Atlanta." I said, "Yeah." He says, "Well, I'm the boss down here in Tampa. Do you come in and work for me?" So, and then through the years, you meet everybody, and then you know who everybody is, and they know what my shtick is. I don't bitch. I don't complain. Uh, I'll show up in shape. Don't cause no fucking shit, and just live the dream and do what you can do, and it
So-
don't get any better than
So
that.
when Wahoo calls and says, "I hear you're finishing up,"
Mhm.
were you finishing up with nowhere to go? I guess that's kind of
Well, I
maybe
didn't
the
really-
question. Did you always kind of have somewhere to go before you left the territory you were in? Or
yes.
did they determine when you were done and then hopefully they hooked you up with somebody else or you already had a connection somewhere else?
Either way, I never had any trouble getting a job.
Yeah.
But it's like you could go into somewhere and they say, "Hey, I know you want to leave, but this guy wants to use you." I said, "Oh, well, I'll give them a call and see what they got to offer me."
I think it's pretty wild with no internet, nothing like that, no cell phones, anything like that, that word traveled like that and people, could travel
Well,
all over the United
well,
States
well,
and keep work and things like that without any.
It's like the promoters. The NWA promoters. They talk to each other weekly. So hey, it'd be like, "Hey, Von Lidas has been here for a
Oh, really?
year. He's a good boy. He's used towards the top there, and he's ready.
Got it.
If you want to use him, blah blah blah, and if you got a spot for him, that'd be great." You know what I mean? And usually the promoter could say, "Hey, that's good. Have him call. Here's my number. Have him call me."
Yeah.
And you just do it like that.
Great question, Big Al. It's awesome. Becky Hill says, "My bad, Rip Rogers."
That's all right. You
We-
just called me by my real name.
we-
Oh, Zach Thompson's on here.
Hold on, you skipped somebody, Rip.
Okay.
You skipped
Oh.
somebody.
T-Wee's in the house. He spelled weak. T-Week.
Because he's weak.
Well, let's call
Then
him.
he had to correct himself.
Then he had Weeze.
T week
Weasel
in the house.
in the house.
Now he's T week.
Yeah. And we still don't know anything.
Hey, that podcast should be out soon, Rip. I mean, it's coming soon, baby. 5 weeks, 6 weeks.
Concrete. And then the Weasel
Couple knee
bitching about
surgeries,
his-
couple big
bitching
Madonna
about
Pro
his
League basketball
knee.
games.
bitching about his
Yeah.
woman situation, bitching about his mother not fixing him enough food. The Weasel, he's just like the human bitch hound. He just complains.
Besides that, it's coming soon. Can't wait to hear that Weasel podcast, Weaselcast. T Weasel, Manny the Weasel Valverde, Weaselcast. Zach Thompson in the house, my cousin, my real life cousin, Rip. Between your in-ring work and your training, we'll wait till Rip tries to figure out how to open these.
I
muffins.
can't see.
Well,
okay.
here, let me just.
Okay,
there's
you do
a
it real
thing-
fast.
There's a thing right here that says tear here. And
I
you
can't
you do
see.
this. Whoop.
I can't see
My
that.
kid,
'cause-
my girls are 6 and 7, and they can just
well, they
tear
can
that
also. They
thing.
got eyes and you
they
can
just
see.
tear
I
that.
can't.
They just
Well,
tear
you
it.
know, I can't see.
Between your in-ring work and your training, so many superstars. Any chance you'd be invited to the WWE Hall of Fame? If so, would you accept? I know it's a hot topic for some people. It's actually just came up on the show. God, what show was that? Was that the one I was on with Opinion Haver? Somebody just brought that up, or was that
Huh.
brought up on our show? Who just brought that up? Somebody just asked you, do you think you'll ever? Did they ask you that?
I don't know.
So what do you think? What's your thoughts, Rip?
It's
Do you
some-
think it'll happen? Do you think anybody will ever call you one day and say, "Hey, Rip, we want you in the WWE Hall of Fame"?
Well, hell, they've got everybody in there.
Oh, I know. I was watching. I was watching our friends over at Developmentally Speaking,
Mhm.
and they had Mike Mondo on.
Okay.
And I think that's maybe where I heard it. Mondo gave you the big plug for being in the Hall of Fame.
Well, see, the
Now,
thing is-
without saying, "Oh, there I got everybody in there," do you think you'll ever get that phone call?
I doubt it.
If you did, would you go?
I don't know. They give you a $5,000 to just make an appearance.
So you would go.
and then they give you a ring or whatever. So I'm thinking about $5,000. Hell,
Yeah.
that's a lot of partial payment on electric bills.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I need, right? You know, sitting here in the cold, or we got the heat turned off with 2 coats on.
I'm thinking if they offer you flight, room,
Well, that's
$5
included, too.
grand.
Yeah,
I would think you're probably going.
probably. But it would be more fun though to say, "Stick it up your ass."
It would.
Well, at least it sounded, at least for 2 seconds.
Yeah, it'd be more fun. You would tell them to stick it up your ass and then complain you don't have any money.
Probably.
That's-
Well, you know, if
you
I
would
did,
much rather do
I
that.
wouldn't remember.
You and
it anyway.
Raymond don't fall far from the tree.
I would.
man. You would much rather
Raymond.
do that. Raymond Haskett.
Well, I know who you're talking about. You're comparing me to your deadbeat grandpa. Well, I thought Raymond was like.
Deadbeat grandpa.
Well,
I
that's
can't
what
believe you
you.
just said
I
that.
was like.
I hope my mom doesn't watch this show.
I was like he was like a hero to me.
I know you said that.
Yeah, Raymond. Raymond was
Hero.
cool. Well, now all of a sudden you're knocking him.
Yeah, sure. I can. He's my family.
Oh,
Not your
okay.
family.
No. Well,
Yeah.
I hate them all anyway. So what the hell, right?
You would say yeah. I wouldn't make
Okay.
you say yes to the Hall of Fame. It would do nothing but great things for our show. Great question, Zach. For our show, for your pocketbook, and everything else. We need to make that happen. Hey, Zach Thompson, why don't you get some kind of thing going on? Get that thing going. Rip Rogers, Hall of Fame. What are those called when you get those things going? Those
Petition.
petition?
Yeah.
Maybe hashtag petition.
Yeah, send them to me.
Website. Get a
and
website.
Let's get 10,000
Signatures.
but
Yeah.
really, you just do them all under kayfabe
That's it.
handwriting with,
I-
with different names.
I
right?
think that's how the Weasel started. Do you remember that? Weasel, you're on there still. Correct me if I'm wrong. Remember you signed a petition at OVW. It was either to have like Rip Band or Briscoe Band or something. And remember he signed Manny Valverde and then he signed T. Weasel. I know that's the story on that. Steve G in here. Greetings from Alberta, gentlemen. Taxes are forever. And Hogan fears Von Lilas, baby. Hey.
Well, he saw what happened when the Hulkster
Hell
come
yeah.
down and he wanted to get in for something, and you
That's
ran him
right.
away, and you was taller than him. You told him to booger off, and he said, "Okay,"
Hogan.
and that was it.
Yeah.
Big Hulk Hogan.
He's like, I'm not going to try Von Lilas. I will see if The Rock would happen to just me be in the ring.
Yeah, that was it. He just like a little baby.
Yeah.
He just walked off, and you just stood there looking big.
You're the man, Steve. Manuel Valverde. That's what we'll start calling him, Manuel.
Well, he is a man.
Had a that's
Man.
maybe
Well, man. He, what the
had
hell?
a fat girl cancellation for Friday night. I don't know.
Well,
Man,
Manny had a fat girl cancellation.
listen,
for
if you're
Friday.
getting if you're
Well,
getting
today's
canceled on
Friday
by
night.
fat women, I don't know if I'd be putting that over there, T.
He's
Weasel.
probably sitting over there at the bar, telling them what to watch on TV, telling stories when he was over and had a sign that said Seymour Punk's rule. Probably how he got in the ring and got suplexed by the former NWA champion Dan Severn. Probably talked about how he interfered in the matches and you interfered in the matches and you got slammed without posting. And the Weasel was doing his snow bunnies or whatever, the angel things, and trailer park trash. Hit him with a big trailer jack. Looked like it killed him. And of course, the Weasel no-sold it because he's over it. He's strong.
because he's the Weasel.
And then he went out and got his Weasel rules sign again. And but then again, trailer park trash with retribution. I remember that one time he hit you, both you guys. He hit you in the balls.
I might show that here today.
You gonna show
Let's
that
not
today?
Let's not have spoilers, Rip. I mean,
Okay,
I didn't just
No,
set
as
all.
Da- as
I didn't
Da-
just take all this time to set this up for you to spoil it
As
before I
Dale
show
Man
it.
would say, it was
I mean,
it was a spurler.
You want to just go ahead and tell them everything
That's
else? I'm getting
further.
ready to show them. I mean, shit.
Why don't you show him
My
your? Why
goodness.
don't you show him your wee?
Becky Hill, before Rip has any more spoilers on here,
what's-
my lord.
What Becky have to say here?
So I have a question, and maybe it's a little off subject, but do you fellas have an opinion on co-ed wrestling? Do you think it should be allowed, and would it be considered a fair game? No, I don't like anything about it myself.
No, co-ed wrestling, no. It's total fucking bullshit. Excuse me. No, a guy can beat a girl in any fucking sport without fucking trying.
Yeah, I didn't mind it when they did the
a 300-pound girl against a manager downtown Bruno,
that
or Jimmy Hart or something like
yes,
that.
or I was going to say the whole what's his name? Andy Kaufman wrestled women, right?
Right.
And he wasn't even really a wrestler, and he
Right.
was skinny. That I don't mind. But
Yeah,
when you have
that's like
these
comedy.
big jacked up dudes don't like that. Well, nobody's jacked up these days, but I should say nobody somewhere. Rod Ben says, as someone who did everything in wrestling, is there something that you said that was stupid of me?
Who, me?
Yeah, I'm sure he's not talking about me doing everything in wrestling.
Shit.
Did you ever do something and say, "Oh, that was stupid"?
Oh, probably every 5 minutes of my life. We all do stupid shit. Stuff you think's cool when you're 20s, you're gonna get 30 and go, boy, that was fucking stupid.
Can you think of one in particular? Can you ever think of something off the top of your head way back, maybe when you got started or any time, thought, man, I shouldn't have done that?
Man, I shouldn't have opened. I should have just come in there and shut the fuck up
Mhm.
and just get dressed and don't bother anybody. Don't say hi to anybody, because as soon as you shake hands the wrong way, they know you're a geek. As soon as you open your mouth and they ask you a question about something, what they've done is they're saying something that ain't true, and you're agreeing with them. So, oh, he's a total idiot. So just shut the fuck up.
Did you ever think maybe not to tie yourself up in the ropes against Von Lilas to end your wrestling
Well, I
career?
didn't have any choice, because he clotheslined me so
Right.
hard. He's just an asshole. He was young, in the prime of life, looking great, standing 6'9" or 10, something like that. Clotheslined me, tied me in the ropes, and I tore my rotary cuff, and it's all his fault. So Von Lilas, fuck you.
The original legend killer. Hey, if you're on here right now, which we got a whole bunch of people on here,
On fire.
go hit the like button. Can you hit the like button right now? I need everybody to hit
f-
the like button. Like button. Do it right now.
Like,
Zach Thompson, between me and my brother at Developmentally Speaking, we will start the campaign. Perfect. Campaign, maybe we'll call it that.
the campaign.
Jason D says, Mark, what's up, brother? God, you're getting called Mark a lot.
Oh,
today.
he's doing that because he knows it's going to wind me up. So I'm not going to talk about Jason. I don't talk about his earrings he wears at work. I don't talk about his glasses. He walks around like he's over, strutting around. He's got about 99 women wanting a piece of him because he's jacked, he's good looking, and he can tell he's got a big bulge down his pants. And Jason's just over. So I ain't going to put him over at all, because a lot of women that I want, he's already got them. And he just toys with them too. He just uses them up, hits it, throws it out, so you can have my rejects. And that hurts my feelings. I got feelings hurt, you know.
Oh, wow. Didn't know you had feelings. Oh, actually, I do know you had feelings after we just did that last episode. Manny Valverde said, I did sign the petition. I know, man. I want to know what the petition was for. What was it? Do you remember what it was for? Answer the damn question, Rip. Iran Ben says, thank you for the reply. D. Warren says, say salutations to Rip from Prince Edward Island.
Oh,
I love
PEI,
your
baby.
podcast. I remember the last time I said something about not doing something about Prince Edward Island, and man, you just went on a tangent.
Was it good or bad?
I mean, you just ripped me for like 15 minutes.
Well, hell, you probably deserved it. You probably asked something stupid like the weasel does. It's one of them things where you do stupid stuff and you don't know
Welcome,
it.
D. Warren. Ask a question if you want to. Vestvex, Rip Rogers, master of the check.
Check your
Your
oil,
oil.
reversal for stiff green work. And then putting your finger up their ass. See?
Finger up the ass.
Yeah,
I'm
you got to
taking
do that. Oh, here,
Yeah.
cover me. And I just ran my finger up your ass. Oh, hell yeah. And they jump off me real quick.
Becky Hill from Facebook says, hey, Rip, you ever had a friend's back who dropped their keys in the toilet?
You ever had a friend's back? They're talking about the Barry Windham story,
Probably
right?
so. I would
Where he paid
imagine.
me $61 after I pulled his keys out of the fucking shitter. But Barry had to shit, so then you drop keys in there. So what? I pulled them out, washed them, and here they are. So he gave me $61. Now on the internet, you'll listen to that story, and he was saying it was 150. No, he gave me $61. That cheapskate. That's all he had in his pocket was $61. But he gave it to me. So what the hell? I probably did at least 30 seconds work. Let's see, going in there, timing, getting the thing, cleaning the shitter off, washing it, drying it, blah, blah, blah. Barry, here's your keys. I'll give me all the money in your pocket. Okay, well, that's 60 what? Okay, yeah, about that time. Right. Then all of a sudden he makes a big story about it. Well, hell, if not, he had to call his girlfriend to bring him another set of keys. So I saved him a phone call. This was before cell phones because he would have had to put quarters in the thing.
First person I heard talk about it, I think, was Mick Foley.
Yeah, they're always stealing my shit.
Yeah.
They're always stealing because you know why? Because I'm over and I'm fucking cool. You know, it's like Dutch telling stories about me, Mick Foley telling stories about me. They're writing books. I'm in their book. Damn,
You should get a part of that.
that's right.
Dang, hope Jason's old lady isn't listening.
Huh? Who said that?
Becky Hill, since she just put it out there, he was hitting a bunch of women.
We all know Rip was full of crap. Anyway, wait a minute, Becky Hill. I didn't talk about the illicit affairs we had. How you were craving me all them time. How you was with your man. You were fantasizing and thinking about squeezing my big arms and squeezing my other bulge and whatever. And so we're not going to say nothing about that. So you better keep your mouth shut, or I'll expose all your inner workings of your intricacies of sexology, whatever the hell that was.
Crazy. Big Al Robinson said, would you ever get any kind of heat from any of the NWA territories from going to work in a non-NWA promotion?
No, all they have to do is, hey, here's some extra money not to make them shows. Oh, okay. I don't want to go anyway. No, you don't get no heat like that.
Nice. My wife works at the same spot as me.
What's that? My wife works at the same spot me and Mark do.
Perfect.
Well, Kay Faber then, Jason. What the hell? She knows you're hot. She knows you're the man. She knows you got the big arm. She knows you got the big hammer. She knows the legend, Jason D, baby.
Check this out, Rip.
Okay. Bring Foley to the brewery next time you visit Two Tales. Oh, yeah. 3 or 4 times.
Sure, he'll just jump right in.
Yeah,
there.
he's only $5,000 to make an appearance. Oh,
yeah. We'll just send him right in. There's
3 or 4 times.
Great idea, man.
Can they see this thing that's on right now?
Yeah.
Okay. That's me in an arm wrestling contest. There's Dr. Tom in the background. He's the official judge. Now, this is the punk young stud that I'm dominating in arm wrestling here. The football coach at Muncie Central High School. When Vaughn Lilas was a school teacher, living legend at Muncie Central, baseball coach, etc. And now all of a sudden he's cheating. Right now, watch him use his other hand. The crowd's going mild. I didn't even see that. I think he pulled my hair. Dr. Tom.
There's the king.
There's the king in the background. He's shaking his head one way or the other. I think he hurt my arm. I think I still got the same T-shirt on.
Listen to him chanting. Coach, he says.
Oh, look, he hurt my arm. And the king's right there taking pictures. He's trying to blackmail me. That says I didn't win that arm wrestling match.
It don't get no better than that.
It does get better than that sometimes, but it didn't.
Loses again.
Shut up.
I'm going to put out some more clips. Anybody that's a member, I know I don't see any members on here right now, but membership, I'm going to start out putting one video out a week to members only. Members only. You can go to our site, click join right now. One video a week.
Jason said his old lady, his wife is a supervisor. Holy shoot, she could
maybe get a raise.
Yeah, I'll tell her to give me a raise, and we'll just put you over and put her over. We'll talk about you couple of the year, like yin and yang, and she's the hot woman, and you're the hot stud.
Enough about work. Anybody got wrestling questions by chance?
What's the weasel?
We got a Rip Rogers work podcast going on right now.
Well, what the hell, right? It don't get any better than this. You got my coffee, you got my muffins. We got top stars on here. Jason said she's a safety process assistant. Wow.
Sounds amazing.
It does. Everything's amazing about this wonderful world. I'm
Let's
Mr.
take a look and see, since you did the spoiler already. See if I can't find it.
That's what she said. That's what she said to you when she,
Where was it at?
well, probably towards the end.
Oh, there's T Weasel. Look at
Oh!
him. Manny.
There's Von Lilas.
Oh,
with
the
the
Seymour
Seymour.
Punch.
Oh, what a bump over the top. Boom, and he hits
Oh.
him in the nuts. At least going to register. Now, what's Trailer Park Trash? What's he going to do? He's going to hit me right in the bollocks. He hit me in the bollocks.
You
And
can't do
Joe, Joe Wheeler disqualify him.
And look at Weasel. Look at Weasel selling.
There's three of us. What an evil person Trailer Park Trash is. That's really Frank Miller. Now,
Look at young babyface Kenny Bolin.
well, only in OVW would you have Dean Hill as announcer, who's 6'7".
Oh, here it
comes
is.
the Weasel.
Hold on.
Oh, there's a Trailer
I
Jack.
gotta rewind this a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's nice. Thanks for the nice dead air time. Oh, I got to rewind this. Just let
Oh,
it play.
No, I wanted it in there. Where was it at?
Well, I can't help it.
Lucky Sandlin. This has got to be it coming up here. Has to be. Doesn't it?
Has to be what?
The Weasel spot. It's
Boom.
going to be the Weasel
Let's
spot.
wait.
Here he
Time
comes.
for the Weasel. Here
Here
comes
he
the
comes.
Weasel. Whoop.
Oh, T-Weasel, baby.
Whoa! Boom.
Oh, my God. Trailer Park almost fell over.
Look at the arms. He's on the cross. Oh, get him in.
Get him in. Scoot over. There you go.
Here comes the, sell it, Manny. I guess not. Oh, okay.
I was
Oh.
roll out. All right,
roll out.
next. Who's
Okay.
next?
Oh, Von Light. Oh, there's a kick. There's a shitty bump.
What
Okay,
should
boom.
we not post on
Not
this?
post. Boom. That means help yourself. Oh, that was he was
Seymour
dead
Punks,
weight.
non-trained Seymour Punks, obviously.
superstars, but Lucky Sandler's getting Robert Briscoe's attention. There's another trailer back, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I'm sneaking in the ring. Referee Robert Briscoe can't see me. So,
Now,
boom!
bam!
I hit Trailer Park Trash right there. He's kicking his legs, which means I really didn't hurt him. So,
I go out of the ring selling.
Weasel,
Look at Weasel down there
he's
clapping.
up.
He's
See,
there clapping.
The Weasel,
Look at
he's
this.
overstrong. He ain't hurt.
Hand up, jumped back in. Just took the trailer jack.
Yeah.
Look at him.
The evil referee,
Look at
Robert
Weasel.
Briscoe, he didn't see
Look at
anything.
Weasel. Look, I'm still at least selling over there.
Yeah.
Weasel's like, get him up. Get him up.
Get him up. Boom. 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 Boom.
Surely one kick
cha-ha.
for good measure. Bam!
Oh,
Look at Weasel.
Seymour Punk's rules.
With a Z.
Yeah. See, Seymour
that.
Punk's rules. Zzz. Rules.
Now, doesn't he go back and kick him again or not? Doesn't Weasel?
Like the Weasel gives him a shitty kick here.
I think
He's got to measure him first, right? He's going to walk around and say, get up here, somebody. Who did I tell to get up here? Somebody.
No, maybe he doesn't.
Oh, they're calling Seymour Sissy.
Weasel. I thought he kicked him one more time for good measure. That might have been the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Or at least the second. At least the second.
I mean, that was
greatest.
awesome right there.
That was one of the top 10 of all
We
time.
will
I
never
think.
put T Weasel over on this show, though.
Okay. Did you
So Vince selling to the Saudis or AEW?
selling? Who knows?
We talked about it on our show when it's going to come out on Monday, episode 47. Whole big segment on Vince and selling. I personally, man, I don't know. I think he's selling. Don't know if it's going to be to the Saudis. Don't know if he's still going to be charged. I think if he wants to be in charge, he might try it, sell to the Saudis and be in charge.
Well, no matter who he sells it to, he's going to be in charge for a while.
We don't know. Then why not just keep it? I'd just keep it then.
Well, and he just get all that money, then they can kill it. Then he can
Yeah.
buy it back at a reduced rate if he wants to.
Big Al Robinson, did you ever work with Art Barr when you were in the Portland territory?
No, Art wasn't working. He was a little kid. I was there in 1979 and 80. And I worked with, and Jesse was just starting. Then I was with Jesse in Tampa.
Hmm.
And then Dandy Sandy, their dad, he was the referee there, and he ran spot shows for Don Owen.
Jason says, Mark, give me your best Give me your best Heenan story.
Okay, I was working with Brad Armstrong on TBS, and Heenan was announcing. So I had him up there, and I cracked him up laughing. It was a show that played like the Thanksgiving weekend or whatever, but I was imitating Handsome Jimmy Valiant from the 70s with the strap, doing the, and Valiant was just fucking losing, or Heenan was losing it on the TV. He was just laughing. It was awesome. That was great.
So awesome. Leon Love. I think he's new. You know Leon Love? Hey, Ripper. As one of the best in the business at helping developmental talent or developing talent, how many people these days do you reckon are training to become pro wrestlers in companies 2 years
In
past?
comparison.
Oh, yeah.
In comparison to years past. Well, there's years ago, there was very few wrestling schools. Now there's a wrestling school. It seems like there's probably at least 3 in the state. So, and they all got their the qualifications for running a wrestling school is you buy a ring and put her in there, and then you go from there. Most of the guys are just playing in there. There's very few places that have actually got a lot of guys in there. So it's like guys wanting to be. It's like playing in the NBA, but you didn't play high school or college. So. It's going to be few and far in between, but you never know. Hell, Dennis Rodman was a first round. Dennis Rodman played in the NBA for how many years, and he didn't play high school basketball. You just don't ever know.
Yeah. Manny the Weasel said we missed the kick, so he must have kicked him, and we missed it somehow.
Yeah,
Leon Love also.
It was a shitty kick.
Yeah, they were shitty.
Yeah.
Also, fantastic punches in that footage. Lost art.
Yeah, today's guys don't know how to punch today.
Oh, they're rotten.
Oh, they're FR fucking rotten. It's embarrassing. Excuse me. Take some pride in your goddamn work. Fuck. God, that makes me fucking ill. Jesus Christ. Look at fucking Rogers on here saying, hey, Rip. Roger. WTFU. What the fuck's up? Heenan was the greatest talker in the business. Well, he was pretty fucking good, put it that way. He's number one as my greatest manager of all time because he could wrestle and work. What a character he was. Bobby Heenan. You started out taking Bruiser's jackets back.
Is that right?
Uh-huh.
They had a falling out, though, right? Did we talk about that or no? Did they have a falling out?
Well, what it was Heenan wasn't making any money. Bruiser hardly ran any towns. Then Heenan went off and got on, he went to Atlanta and was a big star. It was on cable, but it wasn't on cable here yet. But Heenan was a mega star there. Then he went for Vern Gagne, and he was the king of the AWA for years and years. And in WWE, they grabbed him, and he was off to super duper stardom. So for Heenan, didn't get any better than that. He was over so much worldwide.
Roger, who's Roger? That's
Roger Calvert. Yeah.
Wrestling name.
Yeah.
You're not gonna tell me?
No.
Why?
Don't want to.
Oh shit. Roger.
Could be Little Farmer John.
Oh yeah, that's how
yeah.
I know. No,
Yeah.
I chatted with him through TikTok.
Okay. Yeah.
You know who it looked like kind of was what's his name?
What's his name?
The old manager that was also a really good worker from like where's he from? Like Hayden or somewhere?
Hayden.
Or there was like a manager, but I think he was under the hood for a while. It was American Eagle originally at one point in time.
Oh, you mean
came out with Bolin.
Oh, you're talking about Crony.
Did it look like Crony?
No, that looks like Roger. Because Roger's a midget wrestler.
I know.
But he did look. That's not. And maybe he does look like Crony
like
a little
Crony
bit.
A little bit from here, anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Jerome Crony was. I remember the one time we had a battle royal at some spot show, and I told him to just keep selling in the ring
Crony.
Yeah, he was selling in the corner, and everybody went toppling over the top, and he's still down in the cell, and the referee comes over and raises his hand. He didn't know it. I just told the ref what was going to happen.
Yeah.
So he tried to raise his hand, and he wouldn't put it up. Hell no, I didn't win. He goes, "You're the only one in here. They all went out." He goes, "Oh, I don't want him to raise my hand, and he might get mad."
That's
Crony.
awesome, man.
Crony
They did
was
that
awesome.
to what was the guy that OVW had the long mullet? The
Which one didn't have a long?
oh,
mullet
there
then?
was a movie named after him. What was a movie? Somebody out there with David Spade that had the David Spade when he had the mullet. What was that movie? Somebody tell me.
Now you got a memory like me, don't you?
Yeah, no, better than yours.
I gonna say, in other words,
So,
you're forgetting shit. Too
Roger,
now.
you wrestled in Seymour, right? I think maybe we talked about. Did he used to wrestle in Seymour against the Little Road Warrior? Was that him?
I think so.
I thought.
Danny, little road warrior.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Danny says, "I'm over it, cheeks."
Joe Dirt. That's Thank you. Popcorn Classics, baby. Thank you, Joe Dirt. Remember Joe Dirt from OVW?
I remember the name.
Real skinny.
I
had
met.
the-
Yeah,
had the girlfriend that always came.
yeah,
Real skinny. I think they came from Illinois. Joe Dirt. So
yeah. He should drive a long way there.
Seven and Bane, Tomko and Kevin Thorne did that Battle Royal gimmick to him.
Oh, did
And
they?
then he came to the back, and I think it was I can't remember Seven or Tomko pinned him up against the wall.
Oh
And
God.
then, what the fuck are you doing? You were not supposed to win that, but and just going off, and all the boys are standing around.
Oh God.
And then
That's
all of a sudden
awesome.
he puts him down.
Start
and
laughing.
He's like, "I was just fucking with you." And everybody starts clapping.
Yeah. Oh, that's
But
awesome.
they did the thing. Nobody ever threw him out. And then they did something where they clotheslined each other out.
And
He's the winner. He's looking around. Saying,
Wait a minute. No, I'm not the winner.
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
So did anybody rib him when he came to the back? You remember Crony? Like, did anybody say, "What the hell are you doing out there?"
I don't think we wasn't that smart then.
Oh, it was so funny.
Hell, I ain't the winner.
I remember they were like, "Shut the door.
Yeah.
Shut
Oh,
the door.
fuck.
Everybody in here, shut the door." They
God.
just took him and pinned him up against the wall. It was so awesome. Joe
Memories.
Dirt.
Joe Dirt, baby.
That's my memory of Joe Dirt.
The name.
Little Danny was insane. Died of alcohol poisoning. Breaking news here on Wrestling with Rogers. Bottom line is, have you ever seen, what's that say?
Whoever Idris is.
Oh, I was just on, maybe you were on. I was just on the show, Big Ray Hernandez and the Vet Show, and they were talking about it. So this dude, Rip,
Mhm.
in NXT apparently, got a WWE tattoo.
Got him a job, didn't it?
No, I
He
think it got
didn't?
him heat. I think he already had the job.
Oh, okay.
Got the tattoo,
They should have fired him, man.
and they made him cover his whole body up. So he wrestled with a thing on his head, long sleeve shirt, all the way down, long pants. I think they're trying to make him cover it up now since he got it.
Well, what did it say? WWE.
Yeah, tattoo WWE.
Well, why didn't you just put a K at the end and it had to say week? It'd just be spelled wrong.
Yeah, Wowak.
Yeah.
Wowak.
Or just change it.
So you think getting a WWE tattoo would get you a job? I think it would get you fired. Not a job.
Well, you know why? Because Vince, all he wants to do is what? He wants to say, "You're fired."
Yeah.
I ripped a nice.
How would you like to get fired though? I mean, you're probably going to get fired eventually. Then you got that damn tattoo on you. I mean, I think that's,
Well, it's like the things we was talking about. Things just do that are stupid.
yeah.
Say or
Yeah.
then. I think getting the tattoo is even stupider. But then again, does he still got a job?
Well, as of Wednesday,
Okay, so how long has he had that tattoo?
I fucking don't know. That's the first time I ever watched the show. I don't
Oh,
know.
well, you're supposed to know these things.
I don't know. He just said it.
Okay.
So what do you think about it? I think it's stupid. Rip will probably defend it somehow. I think
What's
it's
that?
stupid. That tattoo. Rip Rogers.
Oh, it's stupid.
What what was your very first match and against who?
Very first match. It was some Indian Joe in Oak Hill, West Virginia TV. I wasn't even smart to the business. Beat him half to death.
Wow.
Good rib.
Because you thought it was real?
About 3 weeks later, I'm working WWE TV.
That's wild.
And then because BB Coleman knew I was crazy, so he just took me with him. And I had a riot on the way after I hurt my knee. I had torn cartilage in my knee against I worked Georgie Animal Steel, and I got hit with the mist and everything. And then I worked with Fuji and Tanaka, and they were like the tag champions or whatever. Remember, I got up, my knee just exploded, and I had to have knee surgery. But then I was a manager for hell. Ken Dugan was there. Jugan was there in was it Clarksburg, West Virginia, or something like that. And I was doing stuff that I shouldn't be doing as a heel.
Mm-hmm.
And the cops had to fucking get me out of there safely.
Nice.
But I was BB Coleman Jr. there.
BB Coleman Jr.
Oh,
baby.
hell yeah.
It says, last, which you kind of already answered this, I think, today.
Okay.
What would you go back and do differently during your wrestling career? I think you already said I would shut up and not talk to anybody.
Pretty much, yeah. Uh-huh.
Not get in the ring with me, maybe.
I wouldn't have done that for sure. You ruined my career.
Somebody had to do it.
Well, yeah. What the fuck, right?
Popcorn Classics. What does Rip think of Johnny Ace?
Well, Johnny Ace, the character, when he's on TV, or Johnny Ace, the wrestler,
Both,
or Johnny Ace, ribbing, or whatever. Whatever he did, he turned a guy that wasn't a great wrestler. He had a hell of a run in Japan for Baba because Baba's wife liked him.
Oh, wow.
So he was her favorite wrestler. So about almost every tour he was on, which was big money. Then he got the job with WWE, and he learned how to fucking kiss ass. He learned how to play the game. And no matter what you say, he had a great career of power, living the dream and making a whole shitload of money.
So you're not going to tell what you think about him?
Well, I mean, it's just, I don't know him.
You had some interactions with him because when I was in OVW, he came down for actual tryout once or twice. I know once for sure. And you guys had to sit together for about 4 hours.
But we didn't say anything. All he did was scroll through his phone. The whole
no wonder
time.
I didn't get signed that
No,
day.
he was just scrolling through the phone the whole. Anytime he was going to sign was all he already knew ahead anytime, or he'd already got clearance on him. Was what it was. But he was scrolling that phone because he had a fucking ding. He had.
So you just came down for no reason. I got all worked up for that no reason. Then
yeah,
that day.
And that's why
could have smartened me up.
That's why they moved the thing to Florida, because Johnny didn't like to come to Louisville.
Yeah,
he wanted to go. I think he lived in Tampa, and then remember they took it down to Tampa down there.
Yeah,
and it was there because he wanted to go out his back door, and he's right there.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have to get on a plane and go to bumfuck Louisville, Kentucky with hillbillies and shit, and have to wait here and wait. He wanted to go where it was up to him. So it was because of him basically that we lost the developmental there.
So you like him, Leo?
Oh, what the
that would be enough to not like a guy, I think.
Yeah, what the hell?
Any stories about working with Tommy Rich? Love the Wildfire. Hey, Leon, I don't know if you've seen it or not, but go to our channel, Wrestling with Rip Rogers. Hit the subscribe button. Go down in the videos. I got a couple clips, 4 or 5 minute segments, a little highlight reels of Rip and Tommy Rich. Pretty cool. What do you think of Tommy Rich, Rip?
Well, he got in the business. He was thought well enough into business to be made NWA World Champion, which was a big deal.
Yeah.
At that time, because Tommy had it for a short time. Giant Baba, he had it for a short time. And when I worked with Tommy, he'd been on that Georgia Championship Wrestling for years and years and years, and everybody in pretty much the world knew who he was. So he was easy in the ring. He liked to drink his beer, no doubt about that. We had some good times. I remember sometimes I'd be scheduled to wrestle him, and all of a sudden he'd be passed out in his room, and all of a sudden Buzz Sawyer would come out, and I'd wrestle Buzz. Buzz come out just shaking his head. I said, "Oh, he must be passed out in his room or in the dressing room or whatever." But what the hell, right? But he's a good old Tennessee boy, and made a lot of money in this business. So what the hell? Never had no problems with him.
And we just wrestled him a couple years ago.
Yeah.
When it last or
that
wasn't the West Virginia show.
Yeah,
that
it was.
Not the outdoor one. It was the one before that.
Yeah, the indoor
Tennessee,
one.
Paris, Tennessee, I think it was.
Okay,
Tommy
whatever.
Wildfire Rich, that was awesome. I gotta wrestle him in that 6-man tag.
There we go.
Let's see. Met Fuji in Knoxville.
Yeah. That's right. Fuji worked at the movie theater there, taking tickets and stuff.
Like before he was on.
Oh, wait. After that.
He did really.
Oh yeah, and he was just
and
he was just a rib, and everybody in the wrestling business was scared of Fuji because Fuji.
Why did he work at a movie theater?
Just something to do to get out of the house.
Yeah.
He didn't want to stay at home with his wife. Are you kidding me? Who in
I've
the
never
hell
met
wants?
his wife.
Who in
Maybe-
the hell wants to stay home with their wife and all they can do is
Oh,
snatch?
I do. I love my wife, Rip.
Yeah, but you're still at the honeymoon stage. You
Oh,
know
it's
that.
been, I don't know, 7 years.
You
or
had a
8.
long.
It's been 7 years.
Well,
Eight
she,
years, somewhere in
she's
there.
a hot young girl, and you're like an older man. So you're just holding
Sure.
on because she's hot and you're not.
That's true.
You are a tall guy, good looking, jacked, and you lost weight just like Eric Jimenez.
239.0.
239.0, and you got to get down for APOC's wedding.
Big party weekend, though, this weekend. So
Party weekend.
be
And what-
coming back up. A lot of rum and coke this weekend.
Okay. Have a good time. We're
So-
gonna play playing
So
some
Monday,
cards.
I got us back to starvation.
Okay.
Screw Johnny Ace, Jason said. Ace
Holy
couldn't cut a
shit.
promo without screwing up.
Well, what the hell, Jason? Come on now. Now we was talking about Mr. Fuji, right?
Oh, yeah. Food.
The two best ribs is when he had his neighbors and his dog was always barking at Fuji. Then the dog was gone. So then he cooked food for his neighbor and he cooked the dog. And then the neighbor ate his dog.
Cook the dog.
Yeah.
That's quite a story.
Yeah.
It's a true story.
Yeah. And then the
Huh.
other one was Fuji. One of his neighbors was wait a minute. As Duchess said, and I heard, I wasn't there, but I heard that some guy was always revving his car. And Fuji didn't like that.
Oh,
So
yeah.
the guy went off to work or whatever. And Fuji had some guy actually come in and take his engine out.
Oh, wow.
So the guy had to start his car.
Had no engine
There was
in it.
no engine in it. But in the wrestling business, you knew if you was a greenhorn like me, it's not nice to mess with Mr. Fuji.
That's a great
So
story.
Fuji say, hey, no, I'm out of here. Hell no. That's like Harley Race. I'm taking a shower. All of a sudden, he comes in with that zap gun, just to see me react. I'm going, oh shit, I'm afraid he's gonna fucking zap me in the shower, right, and just kill me right there. What a place to go, buck ass naked.
Yeah.
Either my dick would get straight out, or I'd shit my pants right there, whatever.
Think
That'd
of
been
it.
a hell of a rib for Harley, though.
Yeah.
Memories.
Memories, baby. Big Al Robinson, ever work in Hawaii for Polynesian Pro?
Well, they had the biggest show in Polynesian pro wrestling history. It was in 1985 because I was wrestling in Tampa for Wahoo. So Wahoo wanted me to go out there. Oh, they had about 60 wrestlers or something out there. It's going to be the world's longest show. And it was by The Rock's grandma was running it. So, and did I go? No. I said, Wahoo, Chief, I don't want to fucking go out there. I'm living on the goddamn ocean in fucking Tampa. Why would I want to go all the way fucking out there, all the way fucking back, go to some shit show I don't want to fucking go to, knowing we're probably going to get our fucking checks bounced. You just want to get out of the house because you're tired of your old lady. I know that, but I don't want to fucking go there. So I didn't go.
Ah, I would've went.
But why?
It's like I got to see the world. I got to see everywhere.
But I stopped over there going to Japan. I don't know how many times. So
Yeah.
it wasn't no big deal.
Hmm.
But anyway, yeah, that was Hawaii. Whatever happened to
Your
Robert?
best friend, Eric Jimenez. What happened to 5 photos from Rip Rogers' phone segment?
Hey, I got on here, Eric, earlier. And what did I talk about earlier in the podcast earlier? The live? Are we? Or this
I mean,
live
you've talked about him all day long. It's-
Okay, about
it's
him
getting
losing,
kinda
about
sickening
losing all that weight
as much
from,
as you
from,
put Eric
from
Jimenez.
weighing 290. Now he's down to the 284. He's strutting around like he's over. He's got the waist vacuum. He's got all these young women after him now because he followed my advice and your advice, lost a little weight. Huh?
Not my advice.
Oh, maybe it was mine. Okay, but he's looking jacked. He's posing. Got a lot of women at work just fucking chasing him. He can't help it. He's a hot guy. He's a big guy.
So what happened to 5 photos from Rip's phone?
Why today I didn't put one out? Hey,
He means the segment that we used to do on here.
I know what he's meaning, but I didn't got we can do it if you want to. Jesus Christ.
I don't want to. We haven't done it forever. Maybe we'll bring it back special sometime. Hey, you know what we can do, Rip? That's a great idea. We can start doing that for our members only show.
Holy shit, we could do
That would be a great thing to do.
That could be the greatest ever.
members only. If you're a member, we'll put back 5 photos from Rip phone
Okay, we can
on
do
the
that.
members only channel. All you gotta do is go to boom, click. Hey, somebody else was complaining too. Hold on, Rip. We'll get there.
Wait a minute, I'm trying to read.
Somebody else was complaining about they didn't get notifications. So let me tell you guys something. If you go to where you subscribe, there's a little drop down. Like click on the button subscribe, it'll drop down, and then you could do the notifications right there. Because we don't always hit our times like every Friday at noon, Rip. I mean,
except today.
except today
It's at
and last
11.
week and the week before.
Now,
You'll-
you got that big the guys' night
You'll get
out
the-
weekend.
You'll get the notifications. And
Guys
while you're
not-
there doing that right now, hit the like button. Carl Brown looks like in the house. Does it say Carl period Brown? Is that what that says?
Yeah, he probably got a whatever happened to Robert Briscoe.
That's a great question, man. Do you know?
Yeah, Briscoe just quit.
Didn't he get mad about something because he didn't get a contract? or
Yeah,
something?
he got mad like Danny Davis could control that whatever. You know what I mean?
Did he ever get looked at that you know of? Like, was
I
there
don't-
ever consideration? I thought Briscoe was awesome.
Briscoe was an awesome referee. He was great.
Yeah.
Was what he was. But the wrestling business, it's all who you know. I mean, they could take anybody that didn't make it as a wrestler, and all of a sudden it looks like they're the good guys, right? They give the guy the goddamn job. And Briscoe wasn't one of their guys. So if you're a wrestler and you got a hurt knee, that's like Paul Ellering. He was a wrestler. He wasn't that good of a wrestler, but he was a great power lifter and talker. But then they made him manager of the Road Warriors, and he didn't want to be manager of the Road Warriors.
Oh,
He
really?
wanted to be a wrestler. Hell, was the
I always
best
thought
thing
he was
ever.
kind of big, so he was a
Yeah.
power lifter.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I always wondered why he didn't. I never knew he wrestled. I
Yeah,
just
he was
assumed never
he
wrestled.
was a powerhouse.
Oh wow.
And then all of a sudden, and he really became the Road Warriors manager. He did everything for them. All they had to do was go to the gym and train. He'd pick them up. He'd keep all their tax information. He was like, it was beautiful of
Wow.
what he did. He was just really good. He was good for the business.
So anyway, I don't know how we got from Robert Briscoe to Paul Ellering, but
Oh, I don't know either.
great question there.
What the hell, right?
I
Hey,
love Briscoe.
Don Burton said, "Hello, gents."
Hey Don, I think you were the one saying something about your notifications. If you go, I don't know, maybe you got them set. You probably know more about it than I do, but I was looking for people, and if you go to the subscribe button and drop down, notifications come up. I see you're on here through Facebook instead of YouTube. Not a big deal, but I was just trying to help you out on the YouTube side of things. Let's see, Iran. So that's a cancer. I don't know anything about that, Ben. Well, I don't know anything about that. According to Big Boss Man, made Al Snow eat his dog. I have no idea. No idea about any of that story. Never heard it before, ever. Sorry, can't comment. Leon Love, Boss Man was an absolute badass. Guy's footwork was incredible. Could glide around the ring like it was nothing. Did you ever work Big Boss Man, Rip?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
all right. Did touch you. Big guy, good guy.
Was he?
Yeah, had a great run. Breaking in, being the big boss man and everything.
But he was somebody else first, right?
Yeah, he was a cornet.
Yeah, that's right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And he was a good guy.
What was it? Ray Traylor?
Ray Traylor, yeah,
Yeah.
he was a good guy.
I thought he was great. Fuji's story reminded me of the match, the story behind it. I don't know anything about it. Sure, Rip doesn't. You know anything about that, do you, Rip?
What's that?
Whatever that Al Snow story was.
No, I don't know what it is.
Manny Weasel says, update. Weasel officially down 1 pound since last October, doctor. Weasel's down a pound, Rip.
Well,
since-
they probably cut a hot dog off his
he's
neck,
down
and
one.
That was it.
He's down 1 pound since October. What do you think? Let's see. What do we got? October, November, December, January. Only took him 4 months to lose that pound, Rip.
Well, that's 3 ounces of 3 ounces a month or something like that.
Weasel, man, you're.
Hey, did Frankie the Pickle Barrel ask you? Damn, YouTube never
He
sent
said-
a notification.
He said trending right direction.
Okay. Hello, Rip and Mr. Chopper. Okay, Frankie the Pickle Barrel's ass is on here, and he's got the green thing on there. That means he's over.
Hey, you know what? Maybe I wonder if I have the settings set wrong on my YouTube because I got a notification that we went live the other day or something because I get the notifications too, I guess, because I'm a subscriber. I got a notification like hours later. I wonder if I've got something set wrong. So, Frank, you are a obviously you're green, baby, so you're a member. You do have the notification bell set up, right? Just to be clear, and you never got the notification. Maybe there's something wrong with my settings. If not, I'll send YouTube some kind of email or something, see if we can get that figured out. Thanks for being on, Frank. Thanks for being in green, buddy. Frank is in green, baby. He's a member, Rip.
That means he's over.
Frank, we're going to get some videos sent
And
out to
Eric
you guys.
Jimenez, hey, he sent us $5 last week. And he
He's
said he
over.
was going to send $5 all the time. And he just snuck in there today with no green thing. You
Sneaking
need to
in.
say, I need to give you guys $5 because you talked about me being over. I talked about Eric Jimenez losing 6 pounds on 2 different shows.
Yeah, I'm
Hit-
sick and tired of hearing about Eric Jimenez.
And I
tell you
didn't
the
say
truth.
nothing about you.
I hope I never see him in person. Let's see. Miguel Rodriguez.
What's
That's
he
a
say?
new listener, I think.
Do you think that T and Tay, who was Savio Vega, or Tay in the Tay in Spanish, and Miguel were ready to take the torch in Puerto Rico 89 and 90 and become the number 1 and 2s from Carlos?
Wow,
Ford?
what a question.
Yeah, it's no, you don't understand. Carlos was the majority owner. No, what's his face was anyway. Victor Jovica was majority owner, and then Carlos was the owner, and then Invader had a little bit of piece right there, and Victor Quinones did too. But no, Carlos was he's the star until he's dead or he quits. Invader, same thing.
Yeah, but I think it says, do you think they were ready? Like, do
Oh
you think
yeah, they were ready to, but they needed to be there longer than that.
Yeah.
Because they started out doing jobs, then they started going through, then they started being half-assed put over. And then Miguel Perez Jr., his dad was a big star. His dad was a star in Madison Square Garden for Vince Sr. when he was tag partners with Antonio Rocca. He was the big Puerto Rican sensation.
Got it.
So when he was wrestling, it'd be half of the Italians with Rocca, and then the other half of the audience would be the Puerto Ricans with supporting Miguel Perez, and they were the tag team champions. So they were a great team, and like what in the big time, it'd be like when Bruno Sammartino was champ, the whole building would be nothing but the crazy Italians. And then with the Puerto Ricans, you'd have to put you couldn't put the match if Rocca was main event with Perez, you'd put them on in the middle, because if you screwed them, they'd have a riot. So they would do stuff and they put them on in the middle of the card and leave them happy at the end.
Got it. Hey, welcome to the channel, Miguel. Go ahead and subscribe, man. Come back. We're here every Friday at noon almost. Manny the Weasel. Now, let me ask you this, Rip, before you start reading this stuff.
Okay. I'm trying to see.
Did Manny grow up speaking Spanish or English?
I don't think Manny ever knew one word of Spanish in his life. No.
Then why do you think he types like English is his second language?
Because
I saw Rip Rogers wrestle King Robert Bras I.N.
What?
Exactly.
Who are you talking about?
And then he put Bristol in English, Indiana, with one arm behind his back.
Who are you talking about?
What Manny's saying?
Bristol. Manny can't type. You know that.
I think English is his second language.
I saw
That's what
Rip
it's
Rogers
looking like.
wrestle King. I don't know.
Robert Briscoe? Is that what he's
I
trying to
guess
say?
so. I don't know.
We don't know what you're talking about, man.
Yeah. He puts Robert Briscoe down. Why don't Manny? You are allowed to proofread what you type, you dumb shit. God damn. He's typing like he's a 3-year-old on here, which I do too. But what the hell? Only the weasel could do that.
Let's see. Rip, did you ever work with Barry Darso and Bill Eadie?
Bill Eadie's one of the greatest workers I've been around in my life.
Yeah.
He was the mass superstar.
Yep.
Barry Darso, when I was in Watts, he come in at the end and he was really green, but he ended up being a great pro and he got a great run as Demolition.
Oh, yeah.
So he ain't got nothing to bitch about.
So you liked him.
But Bill Eadie was, when I was in Global, he was like the booker.
Oh, really?
But he always let me just call my own finishes. He just had enough respect for me. And what can I say, right? What the fuck? You believe in me? Oh, hell. And that's one less finish he had to do, right?
Yeah. Frank's Pickle Barrel said, I love Boss Man, like them big boys. Don Burton in the house. I think the notification issue is because I haven't officially joined the club. I don't think so. I'm going to have to stop being a tight ass, spend a little money. Yeah, you can do that, man, but you should still get a notification, I believe.
Yeah. Don't be afraid to open that wallet up.
Don't be afraid. It's $1.99 a month.
Yeah.
That's not
You
that
know,
much.
that's like don't get a pop one day.
David Linville sounds.
The Saudis.
Oh,
the Saudis, but was a false statement. Yeah, but just talking about the Saudis got the wrestling world on fire, and just thinking about that, the stock jumped way up. So Vince ribbed everybody.
You think it jumped up because like other people, like the Saudis were buying stock?
Whatever it was, it worked.
Yeah.
So the stock just went. Whoop.
Yeah, we don't know, David. Anybody got any breaking news on the WWE sale today? I got a countdown notification for you come on live. Well, Big Al's in the house. He gets notified.
Frankie the Pickle Barrel asked if he's going to double check.
Rob says, I'm a geek and can't find the join member. If you just go to our page, Wrestling with Rogers, just go to it. There's a thing right there that says join. That's all it is. It says join. You click that button, join. EBS. We'll start calling him EBS. You like that, Rip? Iran Ben. Call him EBS.
Shoma.
Speaking of, where's the one kid?
He's probably
HBK. What do we call? What's
Buckshot
Kid? BSK.
Yeah, Buckshot Kid.
Where's Buckshot
Kid?
Well,
he
at
probably
today?
Didn't see the notification,
he's waiting on noon.
and he's waiting on noon.
No, it's 11:59.
Yeah, he's waiting on
hey,
noon.
Good rib.
And he'll turn it on.
As soon as he gets in,
well, how often do we say, "Hey, every Friday at noon," except this week, we're going to be on live, baby.
As soon as he
live question.
As soon as he joins, I'm going to hit in.
Yeah, as soon as Buckshot comes on. But then again, he might be doing something with his old lady or his boyfriend, or doing some errands, or trying to get in and buy an extra thing, or donate $5 like Eric Jimenez did this week or last week, but didn't do this week. So I ain't going to put over that he's 284 anymore. And I ain't going to talk about the Weasel and the Weasel cast. Fuck him. And all the top stars.
No, man, you need to learn English, man. No habila? What's he saying?
No
there?
habla. Or
is he trying to speak Spanish?
Yeah, he's trying to speak Spanish.
Oh.
Because I remember Weasel didn't even know what sí or no meant. He didn't know donde está el cuarto de baño. Cuantos años tienes tú? Mea culpa, oh, that's Latin. Mea culpa, eins, zwei, drei, or uno, dos,
David
tres.
Linville says in Mercer County, Kentucky, they had an earthquake, 2.6 magnitude, less than 10 miles from there. F1 tornado there the next day.
David Linville.
What's he talking about?
Who gives a shit? We talking wrestling and Snaberson and stuff.
Did we miss
we
something?
Don't give a shit about Mercer County and their earthquake, 2.6 magnitude. And then less than 10 miles away, they had an F1 tornado hit there the next day. Well, Eric Jimenez says, my nickname in high school was the Puerto Rican sensation. No, you got to know. It's got to be like the Haitian sensation.
Yeah, we got Manny and Jimenez.
Oh, we got
all the top stars from Mexico on here today.
No, wait, he ain't from Mexico. Eric Jimenez, he's from Puerto Rico. He's not from Mexican.
Puerto Rico.
Come
Puerto
on,
Rican.
get it straight.
I was thinking
then Big Al and Frankie the Pickle Barrel says,
he said, is he drinking early? I should be.
Haman Media Group in the house, Easy Mr. Technology. Oh, the Weasel's trying to get on me. Here's the Weasel that lives in Mom's basement. He's got 22 girls escorting him around with his bad knee, and he's leaning on them. I think he's having illicit sexual relations with all these married women because he's the Weasel. Dylan Bostic's on here.
Oh, look how excited you just got.
Well, I did. No, because Dylan's. No, do you know what he's saying? He's going, wow.
You just made Rip's day. Dylan
wow.
Bostic, Rip's favorite son of
David
all time.
Linville says, rest in peace, ma'am. Mom and my aunt all died within a week. What? Don't be talking about morbid stuff. Oh, I'm sorry that happened, but gee whiz. Now,
any Lanny stories or Duggan? Lanny who? Lanny Poffo? Lanny Poffo.
Where's
stories?
that at?
You keep skipping down to the bottom, man.
Well,
really, Doug Hart Foundation. You saw Dylan Boston got over.
Yeah, I saw. Wow. Well, see, he's put it on there twice. That's how I saw it accidentally.
Really dug the
Jason
Hart
really dug the Hart Foundation.
Yeah, well, too bad for you, man.
I'm not going to talk about your earrings, Jason. But I'm
Lanny or Duggan stories, Rip. That's from Frank, man. He's a subscriber. We got a member. We got to.
Because I remember remember me and Lanny had a contest one time. We were in the back seat and we had this girl, and let's just say a couple things were sticking up. And, it was Lanny and Brute Burchard. And Brute Burchard was he was French Canadian, but Lanny had the huge hammer, and then Brute Burchard had one that was crooked. So they was having a race, and this girl, even though she was right-handed, and then they was seeing who could explode the quickest.
Wow.
So Lanny won that one, so he was over. But Bruce Bouchard, he issued a formal complaint. He was talking about Lanny's just going whoo 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 whoo, but he had the crooked arching
Hey,
statements.
great question, Frank.
So all of a sudden it was going whoop 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 whoop.
Great question.
And you couldn't go as fast. So Lanny won the he got first place in the explosion.
I'm going to try to show you guys some. I don't know if you can see this or not. Probably not.
What is it?
This is just an example of a thing. So see that
Of a thing?
subscribe? See that subscribe button I got up here? If you click that subscribe button, all those options come up. So the options would be all, personalized, none, or unsubscribe. Don't hit unsubscribe. I feel like I got a glare there, but if you hit all, you should be getting notifications. And then right next to it is that join button. Now, that's not our channel. I'm just showing you different channels because it won't come up like that for me on mine. But there's the join button. Those are your two options for notifications and joining. Let's see.
Leon Love, you got to look at this. Work with the Man Beast. Oh no, that's not. I thought
Rhino.
Man, but no, I thought he was Man Beast. The OVW.
Rhino loved his stuff at the ring and always thought he was really underrated promo, his character. I always loved, I like Rhino a lot. Partied with him once, a couple times actually.
Did you get fucked up?
No.
Oh.
One time he was out when it was, I think it was Jeter's 21st birthday.
Oh, okay.
And he was out hanging out with him. He was cool. And then when I went to me and the wife stopped in Windsor for a minor league hockey match.
He just happened to be there.
He was there plugging some show, and then I went and found him and
'Cause he
took
lit-
me
that's
into
what-
the suite.
That's when Scott D'Amore was there, right?
Yeah, when he
Mhm.
said, "Hey, buy a ticket, kid."
He
I
kayfabed you.
said, "Fuck."
You tell him to fuck off, you geek.
Said
I
fuck-
said, "Fuck off, you little fat bastard." Then
Said-
you start laughing.
Yeah, I told him to fuck off. I know Rip Rogers. He goes, "Oh, Rip Rogers, come on into the suite."
Here, I'll charge you double.
Yeah. But Rhino, I was always a big fan of Rhino myself. I like
Okay.
him.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I always thought he sort of got screwed around, but he was such a nice guy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Okay.
Brian Clark, Rip, the last time you got drunk and you got naked, did all the male and or female compliment your hammer?
No, they made fun of me because it was below average in length and width, even though I had a good attitude. And I'm still butthurt about that. I'm still traumatized about that. It wasn't a good day.
Hey Rip, met my wife Friday the 13th, 1998. She told me it's Falls Count Anywhere later. She the master of the camel toe clutch.
That sounds pretty good. I mean, I don't know anybody that hadn't gotten at least a foot job. We'd call it a toe job, but it was really a foot job.
Hey, happy anniversary. What is that? What is it? Is this 20? What year? is this?
24 or 25 years.
Is this 2023?
Yeah.
25, baby. Frank.
It don't get any better than
25
that.
years.
And he's got Frankie the pickle barrel's ass. Some bitch don't get any better than that.
Anniversary, camel
Uh-huh.
toe wife, pickle barrel ass. He likes big men earlier, he said. Got it going on. Don
Well,
Burton.
Well, he would like you because you're 6'6".
I saw Dick the Bruiser wrestle in a car lot in Columbus, Indiana in 1985.
Shit, I wrestled in many a car lots.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Did you ever wrestle with Bruiser in a car lot?
No. When I worked for Bruiser, I wasn't really good enough to be in the ring.
Got it.
I was rotten.
All right, Rip, we're 8 minutes past. I got to get going. I got a big party weekend. Going to drink a lot of rum and Coke this weekend, play some poker, have a great time. Frank says, love the history and stories more than ever, more than even the wrestling. Hell yeah.
Well, Frankie, the pickle barrel's over. Because he's in green, which means he supports our channel. It don't get any better
That's
than
right.
that.
He's getting laid tonight. Seymour Punk's rules, all of them but T Weasel.
Yeah,
See him not in there.
yeah. We probably just cut him out.
Last one, Eric Jimenez. Rip, serious question. Did you ever get an unexpected boner? Good serious
Just
question.
when I saw Eric Jimenez,
Yeah.
I did.
That's a good serious question.
And
there.
when I see him and he's shredded like he is now, he lost all that 6 pounds.
I could see actually some people doing that. If he's talking about some of those hot girls when they're kissing, making out, when WWE was really into the Attitude Era, doing some of that stuff, well, I could see maybe popping some wood there.
I like to see it with Vince. Is it on the Kiss Your Ass Club, like when Regal had to kiss Vince McMahon's ass? Just think if Vince would have got the big boner on, and then Regal would have been an official shirt lifter, a dinner master.
We can't go out with we can't go out without some of the. Thanks to that. And
jump in the limousine, jet plane, long limousine.
Clay Star and some mocha.
Mocha, baby. Pat Buck just texted me.
Yeah, what Pat Buck?
Well,
had to
he's
say.
talking. He just said thanks for informing that he had the
Helping him.
the
Helping
WWE
him.
shirt on, but he's working for AEW. That Tony should get him some good. And he had the good laser fight with his son, like he was on Star Wars or whatever. Pat Buck, he's been a success story.
All right, boys, we are out of here. Live Q&A number 11 in the books. Thanks to all for coming on, watching, all our members, all our subscribers, everybody that supports this channel. Wrestling with Rip Rogers. Sean says, King shaking his head, baby. Eric Jimenez down to 284. P. Weasel doesn't know how to type, doesn't know English at all. The podcast, the Weaselcast, coming out soon. Rip, you got anything to add?
This is the greatest podcast live we did today.
The greatest live we did today, baby. And don't worry, guys. Next week, Friday.
Back Friday at noon.
Friday at noon. We
Every week, except
we'll be here
we didn't
on
do it
YouTube.
today. But next Friday at noon.
God,
How about you? Hey, stay